Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 24 of the Tottenham career mode here on FIFA 19. We start with a home game against Huddersfield in the Premier League. We follow that up with a game midweek against Real Madrid. And then after that, Manchester City. So things don't necessarily get any easier after the game in the Champions League. We of course drew 2-2 in yesterday's first leg at home. So Real have a 2-away goal lead, so to speak. They have the 2-away goal advantage. In the Premier League there are 5 games to go and we are 5 points off the top. Still chasing hard to try and catch Liverpool at the top of the table, as will be Manchester United. We still have Everton to play, who are in 4th as well before the end of the season. But Huddersfield will be first up, and fingers crossed we can get ourselves 3 points here. We are going to need to try our best to win every single game between now and the end of the season if we are to win the Premier League. Obviously, if we win every game we play between now and the end of the season, we'll win the treble as well. Or we might win the treble. We'll definitely win the FA Cup and the Champions League. If we win every game we play between now and the end of the season, we have to hope that Liverpool and Man United both drop points in the Prem. Right, Huddersfield first. Drop the video a like, subscribe if you haven't, and let's dive in. Huddersfield's starting lineup. Lörsel in goal, no surprises there. Barrett, Baumgartel, Schindler and Durm at the back. 4-2-3-1 by the looks of things. Skiri and Hogg. Kachunga, Pritchard and Ramadan Sobhi with Mounier up top. I'm not gonna go as far as saying this should be straightforward because I thought that against Crystal Palace and it beat me. Skiri, Jonathan Hogg has got space up wide here to play Eric Durm into. Aurier and Davinson Sanchez have swapped positions and Davinson does well filling in at right back. If he could get back into the middle, that'd be appreciated. Ramadan Sobhi, Durm, here's Mounier, Sanchez in the middle and in the way. Maurice unnecessarily came for that. I think the defender had it covered, but never mind. Thank you for just making sure, Hugo. Obviously in the last episode he disappeared inside Raphael Varane as the French centre-back equalised the first time for Real Madrid against Tottenham. So I'll get that back over the top looking for the runner Danny Rose. It's a lovely ball, it's a good first touch too, and I'll lay that into Eric Lamela. I'm going to try and hit this first time, and I wish I hadn't. And that is my best chance of the game so far. De Jong down the line to Edwards. Duck back, nicely done, and the cross is decent. As is the clearance from Barrett, actually comes back to the man that played the cross into the box. Oh, that was very, very well dealt with by Huddersfield Town there. Skiri out wide to Barrett, looking over the top for Kachunga. Are they going to catch me on the counter and really make me pay for misplacing my cross? Inside, Mounier gets it back out to Kachunga, who's got the pace to get to it. Has got the crossing ability, yes, but Foyt heads away. Skiri tried to just throw the leg back there. Harry Winks couldn't get to it. Sergio Aurier should win this header and does. Nicely done there to flick that to Wilfried Zaha, but I can't get past the man that's closing me down. Jonathan Hogg into Ramadan Sobhi, comfortable. Hogg over the top. Danny Rose is up and heads away. Winks forward to Dyer. We'll go back to Harry Winks. Step over to his side. There's the ball through. Lamela's away. Got Baumgartel with me, but Lamela seems to have the pace to at least stay away from him. Delivery's decent, and the header away from Jonathan Hogg will lead to a corner. We get anything from this? We do still have a number of tall players in, including Sergio Aurier. Oh, and it wouldn't quite drop. But Davinson Sanchez will find him though, and Edwards not quite in the right position there. Zaha inside to Frenkie de Jong. Here's Lamela arriving on the outside. Danny Rose into the middle, deflected off a defender, and will be a corner. The keeper decided to elect not to touch the ball and let it go out for a corner. Can we make them pay for that? Sanchez is up. No, we cannot make them pay for that. Tried to step in there with Frenkie de Jong and just missed the ball. That's great football from Huddersfield. Ramadan Sobhi delivers, and Aaron Moy gets there ahead of Foyt. And that might be the goal that means we are not going to win the Premier League title this season. Not very tall, Aaron Moy, as you can see there. And the defender had the position on him. But he has... I don't know what's gone on with the defender there. I want to see a closer look at that. He's gone for it and then just not gotten there. Well, Lloris didn't fully extend his arm. I'm not sure about that goal. Not sure at all. Huddersfield 1, Tottenham 0.
Yeah, it's been a close-fought battle, this, but visitors have just been better in front of goal.
Oh, lovely ball around the corner. Aaron was in. This should be 2, and is. That's the Premier League up in smoke. Aaron Moyes put us to the sword here. You can't blame me for wanting to play my full strength 11 against Real Madrid. When you get the opportunity and you're in a decent position to progress against Real Madrid in a quarter-final to get to the Champions League semis, you have to take a risk in other competitions to do that. Zaha's first touch there was diabolical. Just ruined all forward momentum. Unfortunately, that risk hasn't paid off for us here. Or that... Oh, wide back, heel it. Just side foot it. All you've got to do is just side foot that. It's just not gone my way in this one against Huddersfield. It really hasn't. It's going to be at least 2-0. Kachunga's going to close down Danny Rose here, but... Oh, come on, Danny. It's not like you're one of the youngsters. You're supposed to be a seasoned professional at this point in your career. Can't even play a 5-yard bloody pass. It's my throw, but it's not going to mean anything at this stage. It's going to be Huddersfield 2, Tottenham 0, and we will be losing.
And that's a successful outing for
and we have lost. Well, that was 5 points. One would presume that Liverpool have won, and it is up to 8 points with 4 games remaining. Liverpool, they haven't played yet. Man United about to play West Ham. That's the Premier League up in smoke. We know what our target is next year, don't we? At least part of the target. But what we do want is to make the risk of playing the rotation side, full rotation side against Huddersfield worthwhile by now getting through against Real Madrid. If I'm not able to get through against Real Madrid, then I'm going all out to win the FA Cup. Burnley are going to get a battering in the next episode. Madrid look like the same side. No, Isco's into the starting lineup with the expensive Toni Kroos. Isco, Casemiro and Llorente rather than Kroos, Casemiro and Llorente. Other than that, same 11. Slightly more creative Isco. Not that they need to be that creative, Real Madrid. They need to be defensively sound in this one. They have the 2 away goals to lean on. So the only chance I have to win and go through it, well, the only chance I have to go through is to either win inside 90 minutes, draw 2-2, and go through to extra time and then do it either in extra time and pens, or I just quite simply have to get a score draw that's higher than 2-2. I don't know why Tiro's fallen over there, but I'm certainly glad that he did. Dele Alli looking to send Heung-min Son in behind, trying to get away from Odriozola. Trying my best. There's Thomas Partey. God, that was a heavy touch. He's got it through to Christian Eriksen. Around the corner. No, I can't find the pass to Neres. Oh, that was a perfect opportunity to get a great start here in the second leg. We went 1-0 up and 2-1 up, of course, in the first leg. So we know we can score against Real Madrid, and we know we can go ahead against them as well. We don't have to fight from behind. We can take the initiative to them and have the experience to be able to know that we can do that on a regular basis. But am I going to be able to do it regularly enough to get myself through to the semi-finals of the Champions League? We will see. Willian with the throw. Let's go back to Willian. Win that header, please. Well up, Trippier. He's done brilliantly there. Bale. I'm going to have to take my time. I can't rush this. This has to be well thought out. Any attack against the Real Madrid backline has to be well thought out, because you can't just sprint at them and make things stick. Doesn't work at this level. Bale to Son. Oh, runners around me. Son will look for Bale again. Bale, oh, Casemiro with a great interception. I was about to try and bend that with Gareth towards the far top corner. Son with the throw to Luca, and there's Thomas. Christian Eriksen. That's Trippier. Oh, I can't squeeze it through the tiniest little gaps at the minute. They're just slightly too fast to close me down, Real Madrid. Son could win this header though, and he's done brilliantly. Eriksen gets it under control, turns well. Dele. Oh, I'm running out of room. Eriksen, Bale's there again. That was meant for Gareth. Is Neres? Son. No, going back this way. Neres. Oh, mate, stick out a leg. The ball's right there. Frustrating opening 34 minutes here in this game. Yet to really create anything of any real note. Although if it is to be a 1-0 scoreline game, as long as I'm the one to get the one, that's all that matters. Dele. Cross into Ericsson. On it firmly in the middle there. It's a lovely ball through to Gareth Bale. Please get away from Raphael Varane. That's easier said than done. He's one of the fastest centre-backs in world football, Raphael Varane. And even Gareth Bale, on that occasion, couldn't accelerate away from the big Frenchman. He might have another opportunity here. Runners all around me. Oh, just can't squeeze it through. I just can't squeeze it through. This first half has been so tightly fought. Neres, Ericsson, Bale. Oh, I tried to get that to Son. Oh, Christian Eriksen somehow managed to find that fall at his feet, and then he's toe poked it over the line. Just when we needed a goal on this brink of half time to unsettle the Madrid team. I'm not entirely too sure how that's ended up at my feet there. He tries to lay that short to Bale. It's just rebounded up. He's nodded it down and everybody's missed it. Just holds off Ramos and then toe pokes it and it squeezes inside the post. Is that the goal to send us through to the semi-finals of the Champions League? Maybe. And then there's into Son. Ericsson trying to get there. He stepped away from me. I cannot take anything for granted in this second half because we were in front against Real twice in leg one and they fought back from behind twice. That cross came off the top of the bar and had me very worried, especially considering Lloris just stood there and looked at it. Bale, I have felt confident with Bale up against everybody so far in this career mode since we signed him, other than Raphael Varane. I don't know how to get past Raphael Varane. I just quite simply don't know how to do it. If I'm in a one-on-one or he's involved in their defensive play whatsoever, I cannot find out a way to get past him. Casemiro's got Willian in space here. And, oh, Lloris, that's not good enough. Thankfully, Trippier's there. It's going to drop to Marcus Llorente, to Isco, to Llorente again. Skews it across here to Alexandro, waiting for him to get back on his left. I can't seem to outmuscle anyone to save my life. Here's Lorenzo Insigne, stands it up into the middle. Trippier again. He's always in the way with those headers. Always. He's so good, Kieran Trippier. I mentioned about maybe moving him on next season, but the way he's been playing in this second half of the campaign, that's terrible from Gareth Bale. The way he's been playing in this second half of the campaign for us, I really don't know as I've got anyone I can think of that would do as efficient a job at right back as Kieran Trippier has for this Tottenham team. Genuinely, he's so impressive. Just goes under the radar with the consistency of his performances. I hope once we do a squad report at the end of the season, that's reflected in his overall average match rating because he is so good. Oh, Will dropped me here with Heung-min Son. Bale, get away. You see Raphael Varane immediately moved to try and cover off the run. Unfortunately, Odriozola got in the way and I couldn't even get the ball towards Bale in the first place to take on Varane. But the seconds tick away here. Trying to outmuscle Casemiro was easier said than done. And swept out to Willian. Don't dive in. Don't dive in. Don't give away a penalty. Away. Less than 20 minutes to go. Switch it. Just knock it back. Keep hold of the ball. Kieran Trippier. Oh, I'm so nervous here in this game against Madrid. After the defeat against Huddersfield, I am so desperate to win this game. Dele's arriving in space. Dele Alli! Courtois. Thibaut Courtois. Cruz is coming on. Change is being made. Oh, Willian can't get rid of that properly. And that will drop to Ericsson, who's whipped it in again. Harry Maguire got to it, but didn't get enough of a connection on it. Alexandro looking to break away. There is now less than 15 minutes to go in this game against Real Madrid. We are, at present, headed for a Champions League semi-final. Immobile. Alexandro over the top, looking for the run of Lorenzo Insigne. Keeps.
Still possibilities.
Oh, I tried to just outmuscle Alexandro there, but I couldn't do it. Here's Isco. I'll have that. Oh, God, no, it just keeps rebounding back to Lorenzo Insigne. This is dangerous. Good save, Hugo Lloris. How it rebounded back to Isco in the middle, I'm not entirely too sure. Here comes Karim Benzema for them. I'm going to bring... Oh, everyone's still tired from the previous game. I'm going to bring Dyer on. And just hope that two defence-minded players in Partey and Dyer can do some work for me here in the final 6 or 7 minutes. No! Varane scored the equaliser first time around in game 1, and he's missed the opportunity here in game 2. Cruz into Benzema. Oh, Willian was there. Luca Hernandez will clear that, and that might be the clearance. No, there's still time. There's still time. Game management is what's needed now. Don't play risky passes. Well, that was meant for David Neres. I didn't want to play the risky pass there. I wanted to play it safe to Neres, who was in space. So much for game management. That's gone out the window. Here's Alexandro. Ball comes in. Willian's there with a header. I think I kicked it against him. It should be a goal kick. It is. 2 minutes added on, and there are 5 seconds left. Referee, please. Referee, please. Yes! Champions League semi-finalists, Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, I had to work so bloody hard for that. Oh, we may have thrown away our chance in the Premier League, but our Champions League hopes are still alive and kicking. We're through. PSG are through. But who will join us? Bayern, Dortmund, Napoli or Manchester City? We will find out in due course. Up next for me is a Premier League game again. This time against... Oh, Manchester City. I forgot about that. Balls. Right, Manchester City. Ederson in goal. Walker, Company, Stones and Telles at the back. No PK. Modric, Denia and De Bruyne. So Luka Modric does get the start. Riyad Mahrez, Gabriel Jesus and Leroy Sané out wide on the left. PK on the bench alongside Aguero, Sterling, Otamendi, etc. Man's waving an invisible flag. Let's see if we can get a very visible win. Oh, what a through ball from De Bruyne to Leroy Sané. Oh, nice block. Poor, dearie me. That was one hell of a ball. Riyad Mahrez is going to take the corner. It's whipped towards Company and Neres helps it away. Son spins away from Jason Denayer too. Kyle Walker with me. I'm not going to beat him for pace. Oh, if that ball had been played where it was supposed to be without the block, Neres would have been in, behind and away. As it happens, we do have the opportunity to still send him away because the defensive positioning of some of the men back there isn't that good. Bale, under control, spins well. We'll look for the through ball and square it back across. That. Oh, did Son just do what I think he did? That was a very Manchester City-esque goal. A very Pep Guardiola-esque goal. And I want to see a replay of that finish. So I think Heung-min Son has absolutely taken the piss with that. Oh, I think he had. I didn't tell him to do a fancy flicked finish, but he's gone. That's dirty. That's naughty. Yes, Heung-min Son. Spurs 1, City 0. Walker.
A lot of defenders between them and the goal, but they've still got the ball.
Mahrez, Walker. Early cross. Maguire heads away.
Well, that's good defending.
Son gets to it. Slay that inside nicely. Bale's looking to make a move, but Dele will look for Thomas Partey. We'll use Trippier first, and then hope that Neres keeps that run going, which he has done, and we'll find him well. Bale! 2-0. That's a great goal. Seems to be David Neres, when he gets down the right, if I can commit defenders, turn back, get on his left and whip an in-swinger, we always seem to create better opportunities by doing that. 2-0 Tottenham here. Lovely little fake Rabona. And up we go, donk. Lovely header down into the ground. 2-0. Comfortable, which is something I never thought I'd be at the beginning of this game against this City side. De Bruyne, Jesus, they're coming at me from kick-off here.
That is a supreme save at full stretch.
He hit that quite hard, didn't he? Leroy Sané, Modric to deliver the ball. Okay, triple step over, didn't actually change direction. Jesus with the swivel. Comfortably saved, though, by Hugo Lloris at his near post. We will look to just waste those 3 minutes of added time and ensure that we get to the break with, I was going to say, a 2-goal lead, but you never know. From this free kick, of which we shouldn't have the time to take, but do. We'll whip it towards the back post, see if anyone can get there. Son is underneath it, as is Stones. 2-0 at half-time. Jesus. Into what Modric's touch there was great, and his shot will be decent too, but Lloris makes the save. Sergio, far too late to bring on Sergio Aguero now with 90 seconds remaining. Riyad Mahrez will take the corner here for Manchester City. And looping, and Lloris can only punch. It might reach Mahrez again. Trying to get there. I haven't. Sterling, well hit. Drops to Luca Hernan. Oh, God. Oh, full time. Oh, I saved my bacon, didn't it? A 1-0 win against Real Madrid, followed by a 2-0 win against Manchester City. If only the fixture list wasn't as hectic as it was, I could have played my first strength team against Huddersfield and gotten victory there as well. With West Ham next, we are on 65 points. Man United are on 66. They lost the game too. And Liverpool on 68, 3 points ahead of us, but with a game in hand against Huddersfield. Well, they play Huddersfield next, as you can see on the fixed list next to us. They've got Huddersfield. Then in May they have Chelsea. That could be one where they drop points. And then the following day they have Newcastle away. They should have one more in there somewhere as well. They have Wolves too, who are 8th. They have Chelsea and Wolves yet to play Liverpool. They have drawn 11 games. Is there still a chance? Is there still a chance? I'm not sure. We've got West Ham to start us off tomorrow. It'll be West Ham, then Burnley, then Bayern. And then, that's annoying. Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in the Premier League or the Champions League. I can't wait to find out. I'll see you tomorrow.